Polytechnic is an academic giant in terms of the academics in the TVET institution, and also a giant in terms of sports and recreation. Recently, we were rated the best TVET institution in the Republic, courtesy of our Chief Principal, Dr. Charles Quech. In sports, we have various disciplines, and we took a lot of concentration in rugby. Reason is, rugby is a game that is not embraced in many institutions. So as the Eldoret National Polytechnic, we brought on board the trainees of the Eldoret National Polytechnic and also our alumni trainees who have just been training with us here and have completed their studies. The reason as to why we brought these teams together is to ensure that we have the transition from the institution into the sphere of rugby. One of the strengths that we have had is that we started small, but we have ended big. We started as a rugby P61, then we came to rugby P6110, and currently we have rugby, the Eldopoly Rugby Club. That's the Eldopoly Rugby Community Club. We brought on board these changes to take care of our community and the interests of our neighbors. We have brought on board the trainees of the Eldoret National Polytechnic who are currently pursuing their various courses, and also our alumni team who have just completed their studies, and any other lover of rugby outside our institution that's around Langas, and all the way we have gotten some members from Kitale and up to Western. We don't have enough personnel, especially the coaches and TMs pursuing the training of rugby. But as an institution, we are privileged that we have some of us here, led by our brother Brian Dale, who is a trainer in the institution, and also a player and a coach. And again, our medical team have been very passionate on matters rugby, and they have embraced the training of incorporating their skills in medical and the medical aspect in the field. When we come now to your question, you realize that as an institution, we have a mandate. And the mandate is, as we nurture the trainees in their academics, we must also nurture the wholesomeness so that at least we can eradicate the issue of mental health and other issues related to psychological aspects. We are also dealing with matters of drug and drug abuse. And that is why we have opened doors to these teams. When you get into the gate of the institution, we have clearly identified some of our players who are to be allowed to get into the institution as players of rugby. And this one has now taken us, we have had 3 successful seasons in the Rift Valley Nationwide League. We have played, and unfortunately, we have not been able to rise now to the next level. This year, we were in position 1 in the Rift Valley, but we lost narrowly at the quarterfinals to Segalagala. That was at 26-25 in scores. But this year, we want to tell you, the energies we are bringing on board, both from the technical to the players, we are praying God to give us the strength to rise up now to the next level. We have the rugby team of the Eldoret National Polytechnic. That is the team that is mandated to play for the institution in CATI games. That is the TVET games, because now on the eligibility. So we have that one as our first team. Secondly, we have the Eldopoly Community Rugby Club. This is a club now that is run independently. The team manager is an alumni of the Eldoret National Polytechnic, but the patron is the chief principal and the deputy principal administration. The institution helps in logistics and some form of sponsorship, especially facilitation during travels and also provision of meals. Our trainees here live with the community. almost 95% of the trainees of the Eldoret National Polytechnic live outside the institution. That means already they are incorporated with the community. Secondly, the young trainees who have come here learn from the experience of those who have completed their studies. And this has been our strength. It has worked very well that as they train, all of them train as one. It is out of merit that we select the teams that will play in a particular match. We don't say that you must be, you have come from outside or not. No, it is merit. And that is what has helped us now maintain the team. And if there is one team that is very disciplined, is our team here. If there is a team that is blended together, is this team of rugby. And we are very proud of it. As an institution, it has marketed us. And currently, the reasons why we are doing this is also to increase the visibility of the Eldoret National Polytechnic, both within here and nationally, and even internationally. When we go out and play, we market our institution. Some of the parents have even said their students are saying they are not going to any other institution unless they come to the Eldoret National Polytechnic, which is a plus to us. We are increasing the numbers.
We are here still ready, preparing for the Prinsloo and the whole circuit, the 7th circuit. Very expectant of a lot. With the fact that we are in Pool D, it is an uprising thing for us to know that we are worth good competition. We are trying to bring the rugby culture back to Eldoret. That's why we are here as the sons of the soil, just to give it back and make it better. Prinsloo is going to be exciting since we have new faces on the circuit and on the team. We are expecting good speed, good line breaks from them, and at the end of it all, we're expecting to come out as champions of the Div 2 and get later on to be promoted to the Division 1. And also, overall, generally, we just like to play some good rugby for the team and for the community. So far, no injuries. Each and every boy is fit enough and ready for the tournament. As you can see right now at the background, we are preparing and everybody is psyched up. No injuries. Everyone is fit and ready for the circuit. Well, expect some exciting performance, especially from our winger, Benson Masharia. That's a guy to watch out to. Owen Kedera, also a good kicker. Expect a lot and expect wins after wins. And at the end of it all, rugby will win for us all. With the coaches and the management and the Eldoret Poly at large, they have been quite supportive, especially with the field, the transportation and everything. They have offered each and everything that a normal or a Kenyan player can expect, from balls and everything. It has been something that we look up to, and not each and every team get the support that we get from here. And that's why we as the players, we are willing and able to give back to the institution, since they are also giving us the backup that we need for this game to run.
The community aspect, the way Musa has explained it, for me is one of the things that actually attracted me to this team, right? And I came to join them. And then I also like the passion that the players have, their discipline and their commitment to the game. Now, you talked about selection, right? And there is a criteria of selection that is usually used. There are boxes that a player must tick in terms of even attendance at training, what you put in during the training. Are you aligned to the system of play that the coach is trying to develop, and stuff like that? So when it comes to selection, you must tick those boxes. Yeah, so that you make the team. And I think Musa has stated it very well, that we look for the best players who are on form at that particular time. First of all, the boys have been training ever since the 15th season ended. Immediately switched to sevens, right? And they've been training, in fact, even over the weekends, like Saturdays is when we really load and do a lot of stuff on Saturdays. Now, looking at the pooling, Division 2 has become very competitive in the circuit also. Yeah. And we are pooled with AP Warriors, Stallions, and Molo. Now, AP Warriors and Stallions. In fact, Stallion is a very experienced side because they've played a couple of times in Division 1 of the 7th circuit. Yeah, AP Warriors are also pretty good. I think they've just been promoted. Yes, they've just been promoted to the championship. Yeah, so it's not going to be easy. And even when you look at all the pools, even in Division 2, it's not going to be easy for us, okay? We have a young team. We have boys who probably we need to expose. Yeah, so for me, the target of Saturday is to ensure that we get a good position so that we are able to go to the next leg, which is Dallas Sevens. Because, it's by merit. Most of the time, you're not just invited to the next one. So it was a good opportunity that we got this invitation. So we're going to see how we can push the boys so that we're able to get to the top tier, to be able to go to the next leg of the circuit. But mainly, we want to expose them and we want to see how far we are going to get on Saturday. You see, how we have to look at how we are going to approach them. For example, for me, the moment Friday reaches when we start traveling, that is when the competition starts in a game. It does not start on the Saturday, okay? So a lot will depend on how we manage the boys when we travel, the Friday night, how they're going to spend the night, how they're going to approach the morning. Yeah. So a lot of that mental starts at that particular time. And how you prepare them in the approach up to next morning is very important. You see? Yeah. And then after that, now it all depends. The first team, you throw the boys in, we see how it goes. At halftime, we talk to them and we see what happens. So we'll take it as it comes. You see? But the mental preparation starts from the time that we leave this place. Yeah. That is when it starts. And then how do you manage the boys in terms of when you reach there, and all that kind of thing. And if that management is done properly and the boys are relaxed and they don't get involved in mischievous activities that's going to drain their energy, then I think we'll be home and dry. And then Saturday morning, how do you wake up? How do you approach the warm-up? And all that. That is all part of the mental that now happens. But if you don't prepare the players effectively from the time that you start traveling from here, then you can have problems. Yeah. So for me, that is what matters, And then when the game starts, the 7 minutes, we look at how it goes.